Students, in today's class, we are going to learn about types of fractions. In the last classes, I told you the value of a fraction, the value of a proper fraction will be always less than 1 because it shows a part of a whole. It's not showing the full thing, it's only showing a part of a full thing. That's why if one thing is divided into 4 parts and in that one part is there, that we write as 1 by 4. Okay? And its full will be 4 by 4. Now, there are different types of fractions. We are going to learn which are they and how they are written. Okay? Now, we can see here, I have written different types of fractions. First is like fractions, second one is unlike fractions, third one is proper fractions, and the next is improper fractions, then unit fractions, mixed numerals, and the last one is equivalent fractions. Now we will discuss one by one which are they and how they are. Okay? Like fractions. From the name itself, we will try to understand what it is. Like fractions means which are alike, एक ही जैसे. Now, the fractions which are alike, एक ही जैसे, means the fractions with the same denominators are called like fractions. Fractions with the same denominators are called like fractions. For example, 2 by 8 and 5 by 8. Means for calling them as like fractions, at least there should be 2 fractions. Isn't it? Then only we can say that they are like, they are alike. They are having the same type of denominators. Okay? There it can be 1 by 8 also, 3 by 8. All these are like fractions because they all are having the same denominator. Means what are called like fractions? Fractions with same denominators are called like fractions. Now let's see what is unlike fractions. From the name only it is understood which is not alike. Opposite of like is given now. Like, unlike, which is not like. They are not having the fractions which are not having the same denominators are called unlike fractions. We can say the fractions with same opposite different. The fractions with different denominators are called unlike fractions. You can see 2 by 8 and 5 by 10. They are having different denominators. It means they are unlike fractions. Okay? For like fractions, the denominators will be same, and for unlike fractions, denominators will be different. Okay? Now, the next means for like fractions and unlike fractions, at least there should be 2 fractions to be called as like or unlike. Now next is proper fractions. Proper fractions, what I told you? Numerator is smaller and denominator is greater. Fractions whose numerator is smaller than the denominators are called proper fractions, which are in a proper way. Sahi tarika. Na? We can see 2 by 5. Here you can see total 5 parts are there and shaded parts or used parts are 2. It means it is written in a proper way. These kind of fractions are called proper fractions. Means smaller numerator and greater denominator. Okay? Now, then what will be improper fractions? Just opposite. Opposite of proper. Then what will be? Numerator will be greater than the denominator. numerator, instead of 2 by 5, it will be like this, 5 by 2. Means if there are only 2 parts, how can you give 5 parts? How can you shade 5 parts? These kind of fractions are called improper fractions. Means fractions whose numerator is greater than or equal to. Greater than, either they will be same or they will be greater numerator and smaller denominator. These kind of fractions are called improper, which is not in a proper way. No, which is not written in a proper way. These kind of fractions are called improper fractions. Now what happens? The value of an improper fraction will be either 1 or greater than 1. Its value will be either 1. 2 by 2 means out of 2 parts you are getting 2 parts. I cut an apple into 2 parts and I am giving you to both the parts. It means you are getting the full apple. Now out of 2 parts I am giving you 5 parts, means you are getting more than that. It means that these both are coming in the category of improper fractions. Its value is always more than 1. Now, what are called unit fractions? What do we call units place? Units place means ones place. Now, when you see the place value also, when units place means it is ones place. Then, unit fraction means 1 whose numerator is 1. Then keep it in mind, when unit is said, think 1. A fraction whose numerator is 1 are called unit fractions. Fractions with numerators 1 are called unit fractions. 1 by 5, 1 by 8, 1 by 10, 1 by 100. These all are coming in the category of unit fractions because its numerator is 1. Okay. The next type of fractions are mixed numerals, or we can say mixed fractions. What is mixed? It's a mixture of whole number and a proper fraction. Mixed fraction comes a mixture of a whole number and a proper fraction. Means 2, 1 by 2. 3, 2 by 5, and 9, 1 by 6. These all are coming in the category of mixed numerals. In these numbers you can see, these fractions you can see, there will be a whole number and a proper fraction also. Means 2 and half. Means 2 1 by 2 means what is that? I am giving you 2 full apples and the third apple's half portion. Isn't it? I am giving 2 full apples and half portion of the third apple. Means दो है और half भी है. Okay? The same way 3 2 by 5 means 3 full is there. 3 full thing is there and the fourth one is divided into 5 parts and you are getting 2 parts from that. Okay? It means it shows whole number and a proper fraction. These both are mixed. That's why they are called mixed numerals. Its value also will be more than 1. Its value also will be more than 1. Okay, the last one is equivalent fractions. What are equivalent fractions that we have learned in the last classes? 2 or more fractions represents the same part of a whole. 2 or more fractions represents the same part of a whole. Like 1 by 2, 2 by 4, 3 by 6. These all are different fractions but it represents the same portion. For example, I will show you here 1, 2, 3. I have made 3 circles. You can imagine that these all are apples, 3 apples. I divided 1 apple into 2 parts and I gave to one person. I gave to Aditya. Okay. Here what I did, I divided 1 apple into 4 parts and I gave 2 parts to Nishant. Here I divided 1 apple into 6 parts and I gave 3 parts to Aryan. Okay, here you can see the same. 1 apple is divided into 2 parts and 1 piece only ma'am gave. Here ma'am gave 2 parts, here ma'am gave 3 parts. But you can see even there are 2 parts and 3 parts with the same amount it is. It's equal to the same 1 by 2. Here it is 2 parts, out of that 1 part is given, the fraction is 1 by 2. Here 4 parts are there, in that 2 part is given. Here 6 parts are there, in that 3 parts are given. Fractions are different here. Fractions are different here, but its value is same. All represents half of the apple. All the 3 got half part of the apple. It means these all represents the same. These kind of fractions are called equivalent fractions. Once more I will say which all are the fractions. First is like fractions. एक ही जैसे, same denominators. Unlike fractions, opposite of like. It means different denominators. Proper fractions, which is written in a proper way. सही तरीका ना. Numerator is smaller than the denominator. Improper fractions, opposite of proper. That is, numerator is greater than or equal to the denominator. Unit fractions, unit means 1. Numerator is 1. Mixed fraction, mixture of whole number and a proper fraction. And equivalent fractions, different fractions with the same value. Hope all of you understood types of fractions. Thank you.